What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a little minute, y'all. I feel like it's been a real good old minute. And you know what? I'm trying to be consistent, but you know, y'all know me. I just don't ever be on this channel like that. But we gonna change it. I swear, I promise we gonna change it. Anywho, this video, since it's back to school season, I figured that I'd make a back to school video, giving y'all college tips, advice, words of wisdom, things I wish I knew people that, and things I wish people told me. Because in college, you kind of have to figure it out for yourself. You're really just, there's really no parents. Professors don't really care if you do the work or not. Some might be more, you know, more inclined to be like, reach out to you like, hey, you missed class a few times. What's going on? But in college, no one's really checking for all of that. So in this video, I kind of want to give y'all advice, especially to the people who were attracted to my channel from my previous video, Why I Hate My College. If you watched that, or if you haven't watched that, you should probably go watch that, girl, 'cause it's a good one. But this video is all about my college advice, things I will give y'all, words of wisdom, all of that. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into this video. All right, so number one, my golden rule that I have to give, my number one tip, is become friends with your professors. Because if you're friends with your professors, if you show that you're interested in their classes, they're gonna be more inclined to look out for. They're gonna be more inclined to look out for you. They are gonna be like, oh, well, he's always answering my questions in class. He's showing initiative. So you know what? At the end of the semester, when it's time to turn in those grades, and you might need that bump up to that A from that little 89 that you might be sitting at, they might help you out. Like, I know me personally, and if you follow me on Snapchat, you would have seen that last semester before I graduated, I gave all my, well, not all of mine, because I don't have time for that, but I gave like 3 of my professors who I was kind of really struggling in for a little bit, and I was like really kind of falling and procrastinating with senioritis. I kind of gave them thank you cards, mainly just because, you know, I wanted to show them that like I actually appreciated like what they were doing for me, the knowledge they were giving me, because without them I wouldn't really be getting my degree. Who would be teaching me the classes? So it's always good to make your professor feel good, and even if you're not that interested in the class, act like you're interested, girl. Like, I promise you, the ones who really are showing the initiative, the ones that are, you know, are kind-hearted, answering the questions in class, raising their hands in class, you will be the teacher's pet. And in college, being teacher's pet is number one. I'm trying to tell you, be your professor's best friend. That's what I'm gonna say. Period. Number 2. This is for like the freshmen, maybe even sophomores. If you're new to the whole college scene, I would suggest not registering for classes in the morning if you're not a morning person. Like, do not schedule yourself for an 8 a.m. knowing damn well you don't get up until like 11 p.m. I say 11 p.m. 11 a.m. Close to noon. Hell, don't even schedule them if you don't get up until 11 p.m. because you're not gonna be up. A lot of people get into college and they think, oh, you know, well, this is college now. I'm gonna change my ways. I'm gonna be real studious. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. My head's gonna be in the books. But by the time you get there, you notice that, you know, you schedule yourself for 8 a.m. classes Monday through Friday. By the time the weekend comes around, Thursday, you're out drinking to about 2 a.m. and then you're gonna regret that you scheduled yourself for that 8 a.m. I'm trying to tell you. Especially if you're not a morning person, you're not gonna get up. You are not gonna get up. Like, I know me, I don't like to schedule myself for classes earlier than 10 a.m. just because I know, like, I don't like to get up before 9 a.m. It's just not me. Especially if you're not that interested in the class, that's gonna make it worse. You're gonna end up skipping, and that's gonna hurt your grade. So if you're not a morning person, just don't skip. If you're not a morning person, actually, if you're a morning person, just don't schedule yourself for morning classes. That's just some top-notch advice right there. Don't do it. You're just gonna end up hurting yourself in the end. Number 3, college campuses have a lot of free events. Take advantage. This is a good opportunity to make friends, go out with your friends, and even get some free food, because the free food be hitting sometimes, girl, I'm trying to tell you. But with that, I'm pretty much saying college is like, it's such a social scene. People are just always out and about. You can find different clubs, different organizations. But with these campus events, especially if you live off campus, I would definitely suggest that you go for the free food, because I know when you live off campus, y'all be starving, y'all be hungry, and y'all be broke. So campus events are a good time to go get out your room, get out of your off-campus housing, meet somebody, meet new friends. If you're new to the college, just transferred, or if you're a freshman or whatever, that's a good time to meet people, especially at the beginning of the year where everyone's eager to meet everyone. That's a good time to do that. So get out of your room, meet some people, go to these campus events, and half the time to be having prizes. So, you know, go. Why not? Also, along with number 4 is get out of your room. Socialize, meet people. Don't be one of those people that are just stuck in the room all the time, because you're gonna be bored. You're gonna be miserable. I know for a little bit at the college that I went to, and if you watch my Why I Hate My College video, you kind of know why. But don't be one of those people that are stuck in your room all the time, because college, like I said before, is such a social scene. People are always, you know, happy to meet you. People, especially when you're a freshman too, and you have to make those friends. Get out of your room. Don't be trying to sit up in the room, calling your parents, calling your friends back home, because you're gonna be homesick, and you're gonna be miserable, and you're not gonna be doing anything beneficial for yourself. So as I always say, just get out of your room. Make friends, go to the gym, walk the park, do something. But just get out your room. Number 5, a planner is your best friend. And I will say this again, a planner is your best friend, because if you are someone who cannot keep yourself organized, a planner will get you organized. If you are someone who's just like, oh, I need to see my due dates, what's coming up, a planner will keep you on track. You can know what you should start working on earlier rather than doing it later. You know what's coming up. You can plan your social events on there, like if you're part of any organizations, Greek life, sports teams, any of the sort. You can plan all of that out on there too. I know me, like I didn't really use a planner, but I know some people live by planners. So I would highly suggest it, even though it's not really my thing. I can keep everything mentally locked in if I need to get it done. But if you're someone who really can't, if you're not like that, and not everybody's like that, if you're not like that, a planner will get you by. And I would highly suggest it. Flashcards will be your second best friend, okay? Because when midterms pop up around, when finals are creeping up on you, and you got to study multiple vocabulary words or multiple terms for different classes, flashcards are going to help you remember those. Especially if you have the word on one side and the definition on the other side. It really helps you, and it just helps you with your memory. Like, it's kind of like a game of memory. Like, if you ever played the, what is it called? Memory, I guess? I don't know. If you ever played the game where you have to kind of guess or find the 2 matching cards, it kind of works like that. And it kind of helps you memorize the terms. And I don't know, like flashcards are fun. Like I like doing flashcards. I mean, I really haven't had to do it since I majored in English, but flashcards, girl, they will get you by. They're your number 2 best friend, I'm trying to tell you. If you don't use flashcards, you might want to start, especially if this is for everybody, a senior, freshman, sophomore, junior, even if you're like an adult student who just is part-time in school, I would suggest it. Number 7, Quizlet is your 3rd best friend. And we just gonna go down the list, 1, 2, 3. Quizlet is your 3rd best friend. If you have any online classes, you will most likely find the whole quiz, the whole online test on. And when I tell you all of them, it'll be word for word, the whole online test with the answers on Quizlet. And when I tell you that comes in clutch, when that helps you out on, especially when you really on crunch time for real, Quizlet is gonna be your go-to. Okay, so you utilize it. Okay, all you gotta do is just copy and paste whatever online test you got into Google, and most of the time it pops up on Quizlet with the whole test. So I would highly suggest that Quizlet. Get into it, girl. Get into it. Number 8. This isn't for everybody, because some people can really do this anywhere. But for me, I would suggest finding your study space. A lot of people work best in different environments. Like I know me, like I work best outside of my room, away from distractions, away from Netflix, my phone, my Xbox, all of that. Some people work better in like environments with like little background noise, with people in the background, little chitter chatter here. I can't do that. I don't like when I'm trying to study, write a paper, do anything that I need to have done. I don't like to have people around me. I would suggest finding a nice study room, okay? A breakout room, somewhere you can go where it's really quiet. You can have your own little setup, do your own work. Or if you're someone who needs that extra space, maybe find a library, a computer lab. I always tell people to find their study space, because once you find it and get into the groove of it, it will really help you. It will really help your grades, and you will see the difference. You will see the difference. You'll have, like, I know me, I couldn't do distractions. So I will always step out of my room, get away, go to the library, maybe go to like a quiet floor in the library or something. But I would always suggest find your study space. That's A1 advice right there, okay? Number 8, on campus or off campus housing. Well, I've done both. And I can tell you dorms they're not for everybody. Dorms, you will quickly see everyone's living environments, their living space, how they do things, how they maneuver, if they're clean, because a lot of people like to say that they're clean, but they're not really clean. A lot of people say, oh, you know, I'm real tidy, I keep everything nice and neat, but they're not nice and neat. You will quickly see when you have bugs and little rats and roaches crawling up underneath y'all stuff. They're gonna be like your house pets. You will quickly see which one works better for you. And when I say living arrangements, when I say dorms, I'll start with dorms. With dorms, you will see that everyone's living in close proximity. Not everyone gels well together. You'll have like roommate issues, roommate conflicts, things like that. Then you have, you know, you might have your next door neighbor, you know, banging his homegirl right next door. It's keeping you up to 4 a.m. You got class at 6, 8, 9. You're not getting any sleep. Dorms, they're really not for everybody. And the cleanliness of it all is just a whole nother thing. Like, not everybody was raised like you. That's what I like to say. Not everybody's been on the same wavelength. Not everybody wakes up and makes their bed. Some people don't even wash their hands after they flush the toilet. Some people don't even flush the toilet. Some people don't even shower. So you're gonna see all of that. And you know what? It's just, there's not much you can do. People, they have their own living arrangements. Some people will probably claim that, you know, hey, I work better unshowered. And that's just that. Dorms, they're not for everybody. Now, off-campus housing, what I have to say about that is, a lot of people like to live off-campus with their friends, but I always say, living with your friends, it ain't easy. A lot of people try to be like, oh, you know what, this is my homegirl, I knew her since, you know, we were in 5th grade. Okay, that's cool, but as soon as y'all get to college, y'all about to pull each other's hair out. You getting mad at her because her dishes are still sitting in the sink. You getting mad at her because she bringing her boyfriend over every 2 days, every 3 days, every other night. He's there every other hour. So it's really off campus and dorms are 2 different sectors of living, but they come with their own individual issues. And if you're living in dorms, I would highly recommend bringing, you know, if you're a clean person, you like a clean environment, I would highly suggest you bring some bleach, some Clorox wipes, Swiffer sweeper, bleach. Did I mention bleach? And shower shoes. If you don't wear shower shoes in the showers in college, what are you doing? Seriously. Moving from number 9 to number 10, roommates. This kind of goes off of the whole on-campus, off-campus thing. Roommates, they can be a little tough to deal with. And I always suggest to people, and I would highly recommend you reach out to your roommate before the school semester or the school year begins, because if y'all don't know each other from a can of paint, if y'all have never met, don't go up to homegirl or homeboy or whoever and just be like, oh yeah, I'm your new roommate, and y'all never interacted, y'all never texted, you never sent an email. I always say it's a lot easier in a way to get acquainted with someone through email so you can kind of feel them out. Then when you get there, at least you've had those conversations like, hey, what should I expect? And, well, actually, let me slow down. Let me break it down for you. When you email your roommates, because I highly suggest that, email them, text them, do whatever. Fill them out. Are you a clean person or are you not? Do you like to stay up to 4 a.m.? Do you go to bed early? Ask those questions, fill them out, see if you guys can find a common ground, because being a roommate or having roommates is all about finding a common ground. A lot of people have different things, a lot of pet peeves, things that bother them. And trust me, if you can have those conversations earlier, the earlier the better. I would say that, the earlier the better. Because you don't want to be up here and have a fight, about to scrap up with your roommates just because, you know, she don't, you know, she's snoring in her sleep. Like, always, I don't know, like, it's just, roommates are tough. They're a tough and tricky situation, and not all roommates get along. Luckily, when I went to my school, Frostburg, me and my roommate, we were pretty cool. Like, we really didn't have too much issues. I'm pretty sure I got on his nerves sometimes because, you know, he didn't really get on my nerves, but every now and then he did. But we were pretty cool. Like, we didn't really have issues. And we did text, we did email earlier before the semester, so, you know, we were cool. But I highly suggest that, you know, your roommates, try to find common ground. That's the number one thing with roommates. Find common grounds, find things in common. It's gonna be hard, girl. It's gonna be real hard, but just do what you can. Do what you can, because you don't wanna be that person that's getting bothered over things you shouldn't be getting bothered by, or things that she said that she's gonna do, but now you bothered by it. Like, don't be that person. She's like, oh yeah, I have to go to bed at 8 p.m. so I can get up for my classes. And then you're mad because she won't turn out the lights. You can't be that type of person. Like, you have to find common ground. You have to find a common ground. Like, don't be sitting up here talking about, hey girl, like, he's separating your boyfriend over here, but she already done told you, like, I like to sleep with my boyfriend in the bed. Okay? You will see some crazy things. And these are just like common things. People like to have their boyfriend over, they like to have their girlfriend over. Some people like to go to bed early. Some people like to blast music early in the morning. You just gotta figure it out early, so you can know if it's time to switch week 1. That's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm gonna say. Okay? Number 11. I would always suggest never buying your books before the semester starts, because a lot of these teachers and professors and these classes, they like to say, oh, this book is required. But then you don't ever open it. You don't even know what the inside of the page flaps look like, because you don't really use it. You don't need it. So this is why I always say never buy them before the semester begins, because you don't know if you're gonna need it. You can save a lot of money, hundreds on top of thousands, if you don't buy them before the beginning of the if you don't buy them before the beginning of the semester, like, for real. And I know there's people out there who will buy every single textbook out there that they need. The required ones, the recommended ones, the ones that are less likely to be used, but they still use them. Like, what are you doing? And I know me, I'm a person that if I don't use this textbook and I buy it, I'm gonna be highly upset. So I always say, don't ever buy them before the beginning of the semester. That's what I always say. And I will also suggest, along with this, avoid the bookstore at all costs. Do not buy from never buy from the bookstore unless the bookstore is like the cheapest option, which is very rare. Or if you need a book really quickly and you don't mind paying an extra few tens of hundreds of dollars for it. But avoid the bookstore. Use Amazon, Valor Books. You can pretty much Google any little cheap book website for textbooks, and you can get them for like $13 versus like $40. So that's my advice on that. Never buy before the beginning of the semester, and avoid the bookstore at all costs. Okay? Number 12. Use your resources. I'm gonna say this again for the people that can hear me in the back. Use your resources, okay? Whether that might be the writing center, okay? The counseling center, the game room, the freaking gym. Do whatever you need to do to get in a space where it's the best for you. Like, if you know you might be going through something, go to the counseling center. Don't just let things sit on your mind. If you need someone to talk to, counseling is free. At most schools, it's free. So I would suggest going to it, because you don't want to just be one of those people that, you know, you're really down, you're really depressed, school is really stressing you out, and you're not doing anything to combat that. So always, always, always utilize the counseling center. If you're struggling in a class, utilize the tutoring center. If you need help with the paper, go to the writing center. Do whatever you can. Get a tutor. If you feel like you're done with the freshman 15, grab some friends, go to the gym, because once you graduate, there's no free gyms. Counseling isn't free. It's expensive for real. So I always say, use all your resources. Use your student discount on anything that you can get, because a discount is a discount. Okay, I'm gonna say that. But yeah, use your resources. You'll be surprised how many people don't do anything. Like, they're struggling in their classes, but they don't go to the writing center. Or they're really going through something, but they don't want to go talk to anybody. Like, if you're not one of those people that are not going to go out there and utilize your resources, you're really missing out on a big part of the college experience. So I always say, use your resources, girl. Use your resources. Use them resources, okay? Number 13. Point blank period. Use condoms every time. Is there anything else that I need to say on that? I don't think so. This should be common knowledge, but you don't need an oops, okay? So, yeah. 14, schedule time for yourself. This is very important. you can get caught up in the social scene of college. You can also get caught up in the workload of your classes. But one thing that I always say is always schedule time for yourself, because you don't want to be one of those people that are so invested in everything else, the million things you got going on, but you're not taking the time for yourself. Like, I know for me, and I hate to keep comparing it back to myself, but you know, this is my channel, girl, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But I know for me, when I was kind of overwhelmed by, or had like a lot of stuff going on, I would take time out, you know, just take a breather moment, take a walk, go to the gym. A gym is a great stress reliever. Talk with a friend, talk to your mom back home, do something where it will calm you down. It can give you a moment of clarity from everything that you got going on. Just, I always say take a step back, but make sure you always have time for yourself. And this comes back to the planner thing. Make sure you have, if you're not one of those people that you can get quickly overwhelmed, make sure that you plan time in your days, or even in the week if you're really advanced, for yourself. Like, if you know that you need lunch breaks so you don't go starving, like between your Monday, Wednesday, and Friday classes, make sure you plan those in. If you know you need some time to go to the gym, make sure you plan those in. If you know you need to make time for your tutoring job, make sure you plan those in. But even planning some time for yourself is a big, important thing, and people often forget that. And this goes into my last point, number 15. Is it number 15? Yeah, number 15. This goes into my last point, number 15. Sleep. Get as much sleep as you possibly can. Because in college, what is sleep? Like, you will be pulling all-nighters if you wait till the last minute. Some people pull on all-nighters with certain majors. So I highly suggest, while you're planning your time, plan your sleep. Because sometimes you'll be running off of 5 hours. You'll be getting up looking like Jane the Zombie. You'll be getting up looking like who done it and why. So always plan your sleep, okay? Because them eye bags, girl, I've been there. Getting up, having a shower, having to run to a final, girl, because I just almost overslept. I've been there. So make sure you always plan time for yourself, and also plan time to go to sleep. And y'all probably laughing at that, but y'all, if you a freshman or incoming freshman to any college anywhere, you gonna see sleep is very important, and I would highly suggest that you work on that and get that together. Because if you ain't sleeping, girl, you gonna be exhausted. So yeah. But yeah, y'all, that's been my tips. I hope you can find some of them beneficial. I know it was kind of all over the place, but I try to condense it into something of order. So, but yeah, let me know, y'all, if you have any other words of advice for your fellow college students, things I missed, things that you recommend, put them down in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, do all of that, because you know I need them. So until then, I'll see you on the next video, y'all. Peace.